Daraine Delevante, the consumer law expert.
That is not my name. What is their name? What's their name? What is their name? All right. So any communication of information by a consumer reporting agency bearing on a consumer's credit worthiness, credit standing, credit capacity, character, general reputation, personal characteristics, or mode of living which is used or expected to be used or collected in whole or in part for the purpose of serving as a what? Factor in establishing a consumer's eligibility for A, credit or insurance to be used primarily for personal, household, family, B, employment purposes, C, any purpose authorized under 1681B. Well, did we see FICO anywhere?
Nowhere.
Did we see Vantage anywhere?
Nowhere.
So why were we also told that a FICO is our credit report or our consumer report? Double speaking again. So now, if they told us that a FICO is a consumer report, it now means that the factors of FICO you now associate with your consumer report. And if you assume the factors of FICO with your consumer report, then it means there is a late payment, because now we are saying that the FICO and the consumer report are one and the same. The definition says it's not. FICO or Vantage or any risk score model or factors is not listed. Well, if it's not listed, what does that mean? Can somebody ask me, what does that mean?
What does that mean?
I can't hear you.
What does that mean?
It means that the consumer report is an independent item, separate from a FICO or a Vantage factor. So the factors that makes FICO algorithm work has nothing to do with the information reported on your consumer report. Your consumer report exists independently without a FICO score. A FICO score cannot be generated without information from your consumer report. They are not the same. Ooh, this part's so good. I think I'm gonna just get this part myself. Golly. So if we know this now to be true, it means everything that follows must also be true. See, report containing information solely as to transactions or experiences between the consumer and the person making the report. Those words jumped out at me like how a chicken jumps out of a chicken coop. Listen, I was raised in the country, all right? I was in the country. We had roosters, we had chickens. I had a chicken farm, so I know what I'm talking about. So, well, what are transactions? What are experiences? Isn't your transaction a payment history? When you swipe that card, you're in a transaction. Doesn't that transaction also shows up as a payment history?
Yes.
Well, hold up. But somebody told me that a late payment exists. In this mastermind, I'm going to be teaching you lead generation, lead conversion, client ascension, and continuity. You're like, Daraine, what does this mean? I'm breaking down my whole 6-figure to 7-figure play on how I took my company from barely making $97,000 to now making multi-million dollars using consulting strategies, using different frameworks, using the proper steps. There's only 70 seats, right? You know what? I'm going to take 20 off. There's only 50 seats because I'm not doing 70. That's just too much. Only 50 seats I'm making available. Getting in the room is so important. They do not know consumer law.
9 deletions. Printed it out. I have never seen anything like this before where it's like everything that's on here. We got collections, student loans.
My name is Wisdom and I'm here at the Credit Summit in Atlanta. It has been amazing, a packed 3 days packed with so much information. And for me here as a business owner, I think this is exactly what I need to be able to take my business to the next level.
My name is Ron Brown. I'm from Kansas City, Missouri. Here at the Credit Summit, one of my colleagues invited me out. If you wasn't here, you got to get here. You'll learn everything about business foundation of starting your business. More importantly, how to get access to capital, and in addition to educating yourself on the financial system. Great time.
What's going on, guys? My name is Pedro Vidal. I'm from Tampa, Florida. So this is day 3 at the Credit Summit. Guys, this is amazing. The information here is mind-blowing. You should be here. You won't regret it. This is the best event of the year.
My experience from this Credit Summit, it's remarkable, man. It's the best thing for somebody that want to get started in credit repair, that want to gain knowledge. These are spots that you need to be in.
My name's Stanislaw Diaz. I just recently joined the university. I've been learning a lot of information on it. First time here at the Credit Summit, had a lot of fun, got to know a lot of people.
How you guys doing? My name is Tina Johnson. I'm from Newark, New Jersey, and I'm day 3 at the Credit Summit event. Everybody is amazing, phenomenal. The information is just over the top. You guys should be here. You didn't make it to this one. Definitely make sure you get to the next one and the rest for the future.
Y'all want to hear this time? Be here next time. I swear for God, you will never forget it.
Transactions or experiences. Well, if I apply for a line of credit and that line of credit was extended to me and I'm using that on a continuous basis, that is my experience with my line of credit and the lender that extended that credit to me. So if I max the card out, well, doesn't that fit utilization? So if my transactions or my experiences between the consumer, who is the consumer? Tap yourself and say me. Who is the consumer? Me. Okay. But there's another word. The person. Well, who could they be talking about? Let's go investigate, right? See, Congress did a great job when they made these hyperlinks, because all I got to do is click on it. It says the term person means any individual, partnership, corporation, trust, estate, cooperative. But there's a word here that got my attention. Corporation. But there's also partnership, there's also trust, there's also estate, there's also cooperative. You see where I'm going with this? It lists out all the persons that can possibly put an item on your consumer report. So we know that the transaction between those persons that's listed are excluded. We know also what? The experience is also excluded. So now, with this information, what do we know? We now know that if a payment history and utilization is excluded, we also know that we can reclaim up to 357.5 points When I cracked this code, I built an 800 credit score 3 times in 1 year. And I'm not telling you all this to say, oh, Daraine's a superstar. I am just like you. You are just like me. The difference is I am taking the time out to invest in what I put here. The greatest real estate you have is right here. So as you develop yourself and develop your mind, yesterday I said something. If the things you look at starts to change, no. When the things you look at change, the things that you also look at will change. What does that mean? If you start to look at things differently, you will start seeing differently. Because what you feed in is what you put out. As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. The words that you use, what you consume. Is there a 95-inch TV in your home and no books? Or is there a little screen to no screen, but there are hundreds of books? Why is that important? The difference between a rich person and a poor person, when you step into their house, you'll know. One home is full of books. One has flat screen TVs everywhere. One is being programmed and entertained while one is being educated and taking action. That is what separates the rich from the poor, is the quality of information we consume. What are you feeding your mind? It's very important stuff. The mind is like a seed. And what do we know about a good seed? It must be planted where? In what? In what? How do you make the soil good? How do you make the soil fertile? It's what you put in, the things you consume, the people you're around, the mentorships you join. Show me your friends. I can tell you who you are. Birds of a feather? Have you ever seen an eagle flying with a pigeon? Who's seen it? Has anyone ever seen an eagle and a pigeon hanging out? See, the eagle fly so low because it don't want to fly so low. That might have just went over somebody's head, God damn it. That part went over somebody's head. An eagle flies so low by themselves because they don't fly so low. No other bird can fly an altitude equal to the eagle. None. That is why the eagle sticks with its own kind. You will never see eagles with pigeons, seagulls, never, never, never. The only time you will see an eagle interacting with a pigeon is when it's time to eat, because the pigeon is lunch. That is all. It is lunch, nothing more. Are you eagles or are you pigeons? It's very important that you distinguish yourself. So being planted in the right environment gives you the opportunity to soar. Eagles fly so low because they don't fly so low. So now, there's another section. There is another section that speaks about late payment. And a lot of people talk about it. 15 USC 1666B. Who's familiar with that? Put a raise of hand. 15 USC 1666B. Where's the catch box? Right here. Where's the catch box? This is so good. All right.
Daraine Delevante, the consumer law